Hi guys, welcome to my channel Gyan Sagar. My name is Arun and today's topic is IAM. In any enterprise, we have to manage users who can log in and what they can access. AWS IAM provides the same service. AWS Identity and Access Management provides authentication and authorization service by which not only we can allow one person to log in but also can control what they can access to. In simple terms, the service identifies who has access to account and to control what they can do with the service. On top of it, AWS does not charge for this service. So this AWS IAM has 5 parts: IAM user, IAM groups, roles, policies and credentials. IAM user is an entity created in AWS account that provides a way to interact with the resources. IAM user can be physical person, but I am referring this as entity because user can be individual system or application that interacts with AWS resources. And this interaction can be through programmatically, through AWS Management Console or through the AWS command line interface. IAM groups is collection of IAM users. It just becomes easy to control the access of users when we associate those users to groups. IAM roles are used internally in AWS services. It lets services talk to each other. For example, if there are two services, service A and service B, service A is not able to communicate to service B. It means service A does not have sufficient roles tagged to it. To provide access to all these user groups and roles, we have policies in place. Policies are the way we provide access to users and groups. These are JSON based rules. We can create our own policy or also can use Amazon based policies. So basically, if you want to write your own policies, you need to describe in JSON format, which can derive the access level of AWS services. So this policies controls access for users, groups and roles. It becomes easy to access a group of 20-30 users and providing policies for that group. For example, if there are 15 developers and 10 testers in team, I can create two groups and can tag those 15 developers to that group and associate our policies to these two groups. In such a way, I do not have to maintain policies for each and every user. The fifth was IAM credential. So we have multiple types of security credential available with Amazon, in which first is our email address and passwords. So when you create your account first time with Amazon, you have to provide your email address and password, which becomes your root user. Second, once you have logged in, you want to create different multiple users, which are called as IAM users. Third is access key, which includes access key ID and secret access key. These are used when you want to access AWS CLI or you want to access programmatically. Fourth is key pair. It's pair of public key and private key, which is used to access Amazon EC2 instances. And last, MFA, multi-factor authentication, which is kind of optional and add an extra layer of security to our system. This MFA can be hardware device or a virtual MFA device like Google Authenticator app. These all types of security credentials are used to control AWS Management Console, IAM HTTPS API, AWS CLI and AWS SDK. It might most possible you are not aware of with all these. We'll see in next videos. That was short and quick video about Amazon IAM, where we have learned about users, groups, roles, policies and types of credential. Believe me, most of the time developer has to spend time in debugging access level issues. That's why it becomes important to understand at least basics of it. To know more, we will have one practical session on it. So that was all for this video. See you in practical session of IAM. Thank you.